Hey everyone. I wasn't going to do a tutorial today. I was just going to sit in the other room and do this. But the technique I'm doing, I did yesterday. So I decided to do it today a little bit different. So if you look at yesterday's tutorial, you'll see I used a slip knot to attach my wire to my hoop, twisted it out, and that's all in part one. For this one here, this is a 4-inch hoop. I do have 12 wires and they are 16 inches long. Now, the beads that we're going to use, these are from Michael's and from Amazon. So we're going to be using some amethyst today. So once you have the foundation of your tree, at the top, take 4 from the left and 4 from the right and put in a twist. Then go back and take 4 from the left and 4 from the right, support your work right there, and do the same thing on this side. Separate your branches into 4 and 4. Make sure the ones you take want to go, because if it doesn't separate nice, it's not going to look good after you twist it. Support your work right there and throw in a few twists. And take a look at your tree. Like it? Now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to separate them into 2 and 2 and throw in a few twists like that. And you're going to go all the way around doing the same thing. Separate them into 2 and 2 and throw in a few twists like that. That one doesn't want to go. Again, support your work right there, because if you don't, it won't look good. And put in your twists. So you're going to do that all the way around, and when I'm done, I'll come back. So I finished separating them into 2 and 2, and then I went ahead and separated them again until I have 1 and 1, and that's when we're ready to bead. So this one here I saved to do with you. Separate your wire and put in your twist. Now this particular hoop and wire was pre-cut. I have several. That's why they're put on the hoop this way. Yesterday I did reverse one slip knot and then turn it over and do it so that it just gives it a different look. And that's not the only one I have. I have many that are all ready for projects that I just have not felt like doing. But anyway, so what we're going to do now, and I suggest you do it now, because if you don't, you're going to forget, if you're like me. You have 2 wires right here. Keep one in the front, take this one, put it in the back. Keep this one in the front, put this one in the back. Keep this one in the front, this one in the back, this one in the front, this one in the back. You're going to do that so that as you go, you don't forget, because I'm so used to doing it one way. When I make a change, it's hard to get out of the habit that I'm used to doing it. It's all about technique. That's what I'm going to be working with you for a while now. Instead of full tutorials, we're going to do technique. I will show you lots of new things. Things I haven't even done until now. I also might just sit in the other room sometimes and work on a current project and have it on mute just so you can see what I'm doing. Like, for example, this is what I was going to work on today, but I decided that I would show it to you, but I'm not going to record this entire process. but you can see the dimension in here. This is what I'm looking for, technique. And this one here is quite pretty. Anyway, enough of that. We're going to work on this one. And the last one, front, back. So now, I'm going to keep with tradition. I keep wanting to pull that wire. Alright, I'm going to start off with my little leaf. So something I could put here so that my beads don't mix. I don't even know if I'm going to use all those. We'll see. My hands are so warm, my crystals are getting all foggy. So I'm going to put, these are 4mm bicones. I'm going to put 3. And make my little leaf. Hold on to your beads, slide them down just a bit. Not too much, you don't want your wire to be too short. And then put in your twists. Only a little, or you'll twist your leaf off your tree. Now, I did it again. I did pull it through. You have to pay attention because it looks better when it's every other one. Anyway, with the longest wire, put in a few twists. And now we bead. I think for this tree, I don't know if I want to, I think we will do little clusters. Why not? I alternate a bead with a crystal. They fit together nice like that. My preference, you don't have to do that. And I'm also going to sit down because I stand all the time when I record. And I have over 700 videos. It's a lot of standing. Now with the longest wire, because you have a leaf, that's the wire you're going to twist with. Hold on to it like that. Support your work. Put in a few little twists. Now for this one, I think I'll put a leaf. Well, let me just double check. Why not? If you have extra wire, I've learned now, instead of just cutting all that wire off, I need it long because of my hands. Instead of just cutting it off, make a leaf. I have plenty of wire, so I'm going to just drop that down nice and long. Give it a little pinch. And now twist. I just put cream on my hands and it kind of slippery. I gotta wipe them. There we go. Now, bring your wire to your hoop. Pass it up. See this finger? Support your work so it doesn't slide all over the place. Bring it up like this. Down, up, and around. You can cut it there if you want. I don't. I bring it, unless I have to. I like to wrap it over it twice. I don't know why, it just makes a nice little space there. And that's what I'm looking for. And then, I'm going to cut your wire off. I don't use pliers. I do use the tweezers. Push it down. That's because this is how I started. I didn't buy all kinds of stuff. I can't afford that. So, nail clipper and tweezers. It works. So if you've never made a tree, don't make a big investment. You don't need to. Alright, so the next wire, this is on the top. Make sure you get the one on the bottom, which I have right there. Flip your work over. So yesterday I did them in twos, and that is kind of easy. Doing it this way makes it a little bit more difficult unless you do all of it around your hoop. Do all the backs first. Otherwise you're going to have to keep flipping it over, and you don't want to do that. That's a pain in the butt. So we're still going to, instead of flipping it, we'll just turn it over one time and still do our cluster. And you twist it on the side that you're working from. So I mean, after you get your beads on, don't turn it over. Finding all beads I don't like. That'll help. And I'm going to get rid of these because I don't want to use those. Okay, let me fix that. I gave you the wrong information. This is going to go on the back. When you do them single and just line them up like I did on yesterday's, go in the playlist under 4-inch hoops. I didn't do a cluster, so you can wrap your wire on the top and then this one on the bottom, but you can't do it that way when you use a cluster. So this one is on the top. Now these two will go on the bottom. I'll keep going and I'll show you what I mean. Ooh, got a jumper. Okay, now let's take a look from the front. I'm going to put a leaf. Slide your beads down. And then give them a little pinch. Try and get them into like a little triangle like that. Hold the wire up to there and twist your leaf. And the scratchy noise is driving me cuckoo. Like that. And there's really, I can't bend them up or down because they're every other. Okay, now with your longest wire, put in a few twists. Like that. It should fill that spot real nice. And now I'm going to add another cluster. If I can pick up my beads and hang on to them. That one. Okay. Now slide them down like that with your long wire. Twist. Now you have one in the front and one in the back. I still have enough wire right here. I'll twist it one more time, real tight though. So I got the long wire. I'm going to put another leaf. Slide them down. Not that long. Shorten that up a little bit. That'll work. And then give it a couple of twists like that. Now bring it two, well, let me put in one more twist after the leaf. You have to, or else it don't look good. Like that. Gonna bring it to the hoop, wrap it around, then bring it up like that. After the more leaves you use, the shorter your wire. And I don't like short wire, but that's alright. As long as I can grab it, I'm okay. Bring it up. And cross it over if you can. I have a hard time with short wire. Pass it down. I may have to have a friend here intervene. I did not leave those tools out because I wasn't going to use them, but let me see. They are around here. I don't. Oh, here they are. I've got two of them. Okay. These are too big. Grab your wire. I'm going to cut it here. It's too short. It'll just get me all pissed off. Okay. Now, I'm going to move that leaf out of the way. Push those two wires down. And then come in and bend them back the other way until you don't feel any catching. I still feel a wire right there. It's gone now. So that's the way we're going to do it. Top, bottom. Then we're going to take these two, our top, but I have to pull that wire back up. I'm going to have to do that with all of them because when you do a cluster, you can't pull them back. And yesterday I made a mistake because I didn't pull them back. I ended up having one in the same spot. It came out good though. Okay. I'm going to pull all of them up so I don't make a mistake. And we'll just have to pay attention. Okay, now down here I ended with a crystal, so I'll start off with the bead. If you end with the bead, start with the bead for the next wire. Why can't I pick that up? Usually when you can see the hole like that, I can pick it up. Not today. Okay, so now hang on to your work, and I use my thumb, push it as close as you can to your beads, and put in a twist like that. Now we're going to put a leaf. I still have not sat down, even though I said I was going to, because I'm afraid I'll be out of focus. I'm going to try in a minute though. There. Now you're going to put in a few twists. And I'm going to leave it at that. Bring it to your hoop. Pass it up. Throw your beads around. Bring it back over your hoop. And then, no, there's two already. No. Yeah, wrap it around your hoop. Bring it up. Bring it down. And now bring it back up and cross it over. I think if I sit down I'll have better luck keeping in focus once I figure out where my hands go. I keep bringing them to me, and that's not helping you to see what I'm doing. Now it looks like that. So we have this one, the first one is on the top, those two wires, second one is on the bottom, this one is on the top. So we're going to take these two and bead them from behind. Do you see the dimension? I don't know if you can see that yet. Yeah, maybe at that view. You can see this row, and then on the back you see another row. Instead of it being flat, you have depth. Trust me, it'll look pretty. So we ended this one with the bead. This is just the way I do it. This is my technique. You don't have to do it that way. Make it your own. Doesn't have to be my work. You can do it however you want. It's your tree. I don't mind that you use my technique. That means you liked it, and I'm flattered. Also, the fact that so many of you have watched so many of my tutorials and now make trees. That, for me, is just crazy in a good way. Slide them down. Oh. And I like to use my thumb. I don't want to see a space right there. Push my thumb down and then make it the first twist. Now there's no wire showing right there. That's how I want it. And now we're going to use a leaf. Slide your beads down. Bring your wire up to the twist, like that. A little loose. Don't have to be like right up against it. This one here is a little tight. That's okay. Like that. Still fills that space nice. Longest wire. Put in a few twists. Like that. I still have room right here for another cluster of one. Maybe one crystal and one bead. We'll see. I'll try this bead. It looks small enough. Bring it down. Pass it up. Cross it over your hoop. Bring it back up. That. Hold on to your work, or else it'll slide it. It'll break down there. And then cut. I like to use this part of my wire cutter because I can get nice and close. And it makes it easier for me to bend because I'm old and my eyesight is not what it used to be. And I have not had an eye exam for 4 years. I don't feel like it. We'll try this one. Feels good to me. Slide it over. Now that we've completed this one section, I'm going to come in with my needle nose pliers. Put your work on your hand push up with your fingers and down with your thumb. This way here, the tension is good. Or hold it like this. Get in there and give it a little bend towards you. And then the other one away from you. This will give you a tree depth, and that is the branch on the back side of your tree. So now, do it again. Little bend. And another one. Get down in here. And this is the one I really like. Nice big bend. Like that. Now that I've smashed all these wires, that's okay. Let's see if you can see what I mean by your depth. When you lace your tree, and I hope you do lace, you'll be able to put your branches where you want them and shape them the way you want to. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. So, this one is on the bottom, this one will be on the top. For some reason, the ones on the top are easier for me. Don't know why. Probably because I just started doing it. I have to put a bend here. I twisted this one really long, so let's get that bend in there now. And because we have a new section, we're going to start off with a leaf. Slide them down, up a little bit. The way I like to do it, so I don't have to fight with it, when I hold the wire here, I have the beads where I want them. I just kind of grab the other wire with my finger and then just bring it up and grab onto it like that. Because otherwise I'm fumbling around, which I fumble around anyway, but it just makes it easier for me to catch that leaf. Now, put in a few twists. All that clicking you hear is my wrist. I'm going to put a bend right here. So that little leaf goes where I would like it to be. So now, we end it over here with a bead. So we'll start with a crystal. You don't have to do that. This is just my OCD. For real. Right size. A lot of these beads are just not the right. Some of them are way too big for this, but I have to use it. Let them slide down. Get my thumb right in there. Just like that. You can see that. And then it'll stay exactly where I want it. Like that. Now, put in a few twists. And with the longest wire, I'm going to put a leaf. It'll fill that space real nice. I don't want my tutorials being in 100 pots. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this right here, and then I'm going to pause it, do some more, but you see the technique, you see what I'm doing, and I know you can do it. And if you want me to see your work, drop me an email and add the attachment by clicking the little button that looks like a paper clip. After you take a picture of your work, do that, and then send it to me, and I'll add it to the playlist of stuff that you make. I won't use your name. You can claim it in the comment section if you choose. But for real, you guys have really, really grown. You do wonderful work. And that makes me so happy. I can't even explain to you that you take your time to watch me, this little old lady, who talks too much. But you've learned a lot. Here we go. Pull it, bring it up, pass it over. Get right in there and cut it. Now push these 2 wires down. See if I can get close enough so you can see what I'm trying to do. And this is why I use tweezers, because you know what? These are a pain in the neck for me. They're too big. I can't see the wire once it's in my way. And there, no rough wires. So that makes me happy. And this one's on the top, so this one I'll do from the back, and then I'll be back. We'll do some more together. Okay, so I've gone ahead and done a lot more. Like I said, this is just technique. I'm showing you how it looks with this new way of doing it. So every 2 branches, because I'm doing them together, go front, back, front, back. So that's how the front looks. Not bad. And then this is the back. If you look at it sideways like that, you can see the depth, the thickness. It's not flat like, oops. What's that I get? I just almost knocked my light over. Like this. This is flat. If you look at it sideways, it's just flat. Compared to this, there's a big difference. I like it this way. But anyway, so now this branch here that I just did is on the front. So, no, on the back. I have to turn it around this way. This is going on the front, and this is the back. I did go ahead and put my little leaf there because I will forget. That's just the way it is. Alright, so now tell me if you like this technique, or if you've tried it. Let me know how it worked out for you. I'd love to. It's okay, you can talk. My people don't mind. It's Abby's turn to go out. Mr. Finn is upstairs. So for anyone that does not know, we have 2 cats. We have a Ginger, and then we have Miss Abby. She's a senior, and she doesn't like Finn, but we love them. So they have their own schedules, and we just work with it. If you go to my playlists, I do have a playlist of just the cats, especially Finn. He's a little character. I think you'd like him. He'll give you a laugh. A little terror. But when he adopted us, yeah, it was instant love. Been finding a lot of these beads have a sliver. So once I put it on this wire, if I don't take it off and I go to twist, it's going to break. I don't want that to happen. see about that leaf. I don't want to put another one. That'll work out fine. I know sometimes I repeat myself all the time, support your work and do this and that, but you have to watch my fingers in my hands because wires break, and that's unfortunate. But I showed you how to fix it. So check out my playlists. I know you've learned from me because you've shared, and that's why I'm here. I've decided to do technique style rather than full tutorials because I'm still showing you what I do and I'm just not taking your whole day. Or you don't have to keep fast forwarding to get to something new. So I appreciate your time here. If you like my work, give me a thumbs up. That helps me with the algorithm. YouTube will play my stuff more often. That's Miss Abby eating if you hear her. She'll get a snack before she goes out into the kitchen window. Oh no, I don't like that one. Too big. Okay, now I'm going to put a leaf with this long wire. Sorry guys, my hair is getting very thin and I chopped off a good almost 9 inches of hair, and I'm still finding it all over me. I don't like it. Buy me a hat. There we go. Last one. Bring it up, around, bring it up again, bring it down. Oops. The last one's a charm. Okay, bring it up and cross it over. I'm not going to lace this. I'm going to lace it. I'm just not going to record it. It's in the playlist. And on most of my projects that I've done, I've completed some are 2 hours. But you will find it in the playlist. And if you're new here, that's where you'll learn the most. I promise. I share everything. Anyway, let me just move that over. I hate the noise, yeah. So let's just take a look. You can move your root, adjust your tree. Let's see, this is bottom, top, all the way around. And that's how it looks finished. That's the front. And that's the back. Either way it looks good. And sideways. If I can focus that for you. It's not flat. You can see the dimension. My fingers don't touch. Like, they're not close together. So there you have it, my friends. I'll see you soon.